Let's join Michael Maxworthy. He's with us now from Brisbane. Michael, how are conditions there today?
Absolutely spot on, Aidan. It's been 2 years since we've been at Eagle Farm on a Group 1 day. It was today, 2 years ago, that they decided, due to the conditions that day, that they couldn't go on, and we had to have a rethink, and the rest of the meetings were transferred over the road to Doomben. We just heard that win by impending last year. That was at Doomben, so we've got to look at this race differently. Conditions are absolutely perfect. Right in the true position. They've protected the inside 7 metres of the track here at Eagle Farm for quite some time, and the weather is absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. There is something about Eagle Farm racing for these Group 1s, isn't there, Michael?
Absolutely. It's an old world style track, and whilst they've done it up during the refurbishment of the track, the grandstands and what have you have been done up a little bit, but it's still got that heritage listed part of it. It's just a feel-good racetrack. All the stars have raced here at Eagle Farm, and from a punting perspective, this is the track I think most punters like to bet on with its big stretches. Absolutely.
Today's feature over the 1,300 metres, the Kingsford Smith, and we've got Bostonian, or the Bostonian as he's known in Australia, at $7.250 in our market and behind Trekking. How have you assessed the Group 1, Michael?
Oh, gee, it's a difficult race. As you say, he's a $7 second favourite, the Bostonian, coming off the Doomben 10,000 win a fortnight ago. It's just so open. Usually the cream comes to the top when we're talking wait for ages, but there's no real standout this year. But as we go back and have a look at the 10,000, there's some decent form that come out of that, obviously, including the Bostonian. And he's got it on the course proper at Eagle Farm on Tuesday, convinced Michael Carl and Tony Pike that they shouldn't wait for the Stradbroke and they should give him a chance today. Now, he was really good weaving in the home straight. Dollar for Dollar held on to run third. Outback Barbie on the rails, slightly checked late. I'm waiting for her for the Stradbroke. And the horse on the extreme outside running on in those yellow colours, Man Booker. Gee, I think he's got a knockout chance at around about $30 today. But it's just such an open race, and I think luck is going to play a big part in the outcome. I'm going to go for number 10 here, Aiden, in Prompt Response. Now, she's a mare trained by Chris Waller. She's been in Brisbane for the winter for the past 2 years. She's picked up a Group 1, a Group 2. That tells me that she absolutely thrives at this time of the year. The 3 starts in Sydney during the carnival at the elite level have been very good, and she's had a nice tick-over trial at Rose Hill, and she's the kind of mare that'll jump well, put herself in the first half dozen, and I think she's got as good a chance as any. Trailing in number 9, Man Booker, at the big price for second. 6, Trekking. He and his stablemate, the 11 Encryption, are drawn to get lovely runs just behind the speed. But you could have 10 picks in the Kingsford Smith Cup and perhaps even miss the winner.
Exactly. Let's move you back to race 3 now, Michael, and the 3-year-olds getting ready for that Queensland Derby. Just on the Queensland Derby, is it 2,400 metres at Eagle Farm? Is that still the case it's going to be this year?
Yes, it is. Although we're back at Eagle Farm, it's slowly but surely. They don't want to get back onto the track and give it too much racing in the first 12 months. So the Oaks is at Doomben, 2,200 next week, and then the Derby is here at Eagle Farm on Stradbroke Day at 24.
Okay, we've got Lord Arthur at 340, Bobby D at $5 for Murray Baker, Andrew Forsman. Are they contenders today?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, I can't split them. Just looking at these Aussie 3-year-olds, oh, look, there's nothing startling amongst them. They go okay, but I just think the Kiwis just might have the edge on them. Both of these horses met each other in that Champion Stakes, the Group 2 at Ellerslie 35 days ago. And the winner of the race was Lord Arthur. He beat Intrigue, and Bobby D was back in third. But the way the tempo of this particular race set up, they really hooked into it halfway through and really put the hammer down. And I thought Bobby D was quite good because he was the only one of the on-paces here that actually held on.
Yeah.
He got a bit of a bump at about the 100 metres mark by Intrigue.
Absolutely. So, of the Australian brigade, who's the dangers to the Kiwi duo?
Well, I'm interested in Danny O'Brien's Melbourne colt, Grinziger Star, although his preparation has been knocked around through a few little setbacks. And then you're looking at a man to match best of the locals. But I was taken with Lord Arthur's run there. I know he might have been flattered slightly his last 200 metres because of the hectic tempo, but I love the way he dashed to the line. And looking at he and Bobby D, I just think personally that Lord Arthur might have more of a touch of class. So I'm going to go with him today. Now, in this Grand Prix today, they're not going to get that frenetic tempo like they did at Ellerslie. It's going to be more of a sedate tempo, and I just think covered up. Both of these horses are drawn well, covered up. I think Lord Arthur might be the one to dash quickly in the home straight and get up and score, and he'll probably be even better in the Derby in a fortnight because it's been 35 days since he's raced. So I'm with Lord Arthur to beat Bobby D, the two Kiwis, in the Grand Prix.
Yep, Bonnie Vale's little brother too is Lord Arthur. What's your best of the program there, Michael?
Race number 4, this is for the fillies and mares, Quillista. All she's got to do is repeat what she did at Doomben last Saturday, where she controlled the tempo in the bright shadow. She had 60 kilos on her back, and she returned sectionals that were faster than the gun 3-year-old in Zoo Style. And I thought she wasn't completely botted out. He sort of rode her out, but nothing really got near her. 7 days later, I don't see that as a problem. She's one of these mares that thrives in the north, and I think she'll control the tempo from the front and win again. I think the Godolphin mare, Savatiano, is going to have to really dig deep if she's going to beat Quillista, but I think Quillista represents the best bet on the card. But unfortunately, Aiden, I was a bit slow out of the gates. We've missed that $3.10. She's really trimmed right up.
Yeah, into 230 with our bookmakers. Now, Michael, do you still take the 230?
Oh, that's as short as I take. I actually did yesterday with a little bit of a price boost on tab.
Yeah.
I think I got an extra 20 cents. But just the way this race plays out today, I think she controls it from the front.
Okay, sounds good to me. And outside that, prompt response in the Kingsford Smith. And you're liking Seabrook later on in the program, Michael?
Yeah, this last race, this Fred Best, I tell you what, it's a terrific race. We've got form lines from not all over Australia, not only all over Australia, but we've got this Kiwi galloper who is called Vigor Winner. Now, visually, he looks super in New Zealand. I don't know how that form is going to measure up against these quality three-year-old fillies and also colts and geldings here in Australia, but I love what I see. I'm just thinking that Seabrook, number 12, at around about $12 is overpriced. She's been racing at the elite level throughout her career. She's back in trip, but I think the gallop is going to be very, very strong here. And I'm looking for a strong finisher like a Military Zone, who's the favourite. I think he's hard to beat, but I'd be throwing in Seabrook, number 12, in all of the multiple bet types today.
Excellent. Really appreciate your input again for us here on the Punters Lounge Live. Michael, best of luck for your bets into Punters following Michael's bets in. Do follow him in because he was very good for us last week, and you can catch Michael as part of the Sky coverage right here on Trackside 1 later on this afternoon as well.